Hey, Magic fans, welcome back. This is your captain speaking here on Captain Clyde's MTG. Today, we've got more Duskmourn spoilers. Getting close to the end, but not quite there yet. So don't forget, comment, like, subscribe. Links down below to help support the channel by buying the cards online through eBay TCG Player. Most newer cards are on eBay. It's the best place to go. Also, don't forget, more stuff coming up this weekend when I finally settle into being off vacation, which this week's been a nightmare going back to work. I'm sure y'all can imagine. But let's get into these spoilers because some good ones. So we're going to start today off with Sheltered by Ghosts, a white and 1 enchantment. You have to enchant a creature control. When it enters, exile target non-land permanent and opponent controls until this leaves the battlefield. And the enchanted creature gets +1/+0 and has lifelink and ward 2. This is going to be amazing for limited, and this is probably going to see standard play. I mean, exile a non-land permanent and opponent controls till it leaves play. Can anybody say white weenie? I mean, not only is it removal, it gives you +1/+0. It gives the creature lifelink. It has ward 2. This does it all. Yeah, the creature can be killed, but can it be killed with ward 2? Like, this just seems good. And we've seen cards like this, like the Apparition for 2 white and 1, that's a 2/2, that when it comes in, exile anything 4 or less, and then they get a token back when it dies, that makes it even bigger. This just exiles the permanent, they get the permanent back. Like, relatively the same thing. This seems like an amazing uncommon. Anyway, I'll move on. Next, we have the Overlord of Bale Merc. 2 black and 3 for a 5/5. Oh my. It is a mythic. It has impending 5. So, for a black and 1, you can cast this spell. It comes in with the 5 counters on it. At your end step, the counter comes off. It says here, whenever it enters or attacks, mill 4 cards, then you may return a non-avatar creature card or a planeswalker card from your graveyard to your hand. This seems amazing, and for 5 mana, man, is it good. And the impending of 2 means it comes out early. This is going to be not just a limited bomb. This is going to see standard play. This might see play in modern just because it is a ticking time bomb. And for a black and 1, returning creatures from your graveyard to your hand may just be good enough. Next, we have the Waltz of Rage. 2 red and 3 sorcery. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to each other creature. Until end of turn, whenever a creature you control dies, exile top card of your library. You may play it until the end of your next turn. Very, very interesting board wipe. I mean, probably going to be okay in limited. Might not see play in standard. Definitely going to be a commander all-star. Next, we have Keys to the House. Hey, I kind of expected something like this. 1 colorless artifact. For 1 and tap, you sacrifice it. Search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it into your hand. For 3 and tapping, you sacrifice it. Lock or unlock a door of target room you control. Activate only as a sorcery. This seems amazing for limited. But you may say, why would I want to lock a door I control? Well, simple. When you unlock the door, maybe it has an ability, and you want that ability to trigger again. So, there you have it. Or, hear me out, we've seen lots of doors that could come in for 2 or 3 mana, and the flip side of that door is like 7. With this, lay this on turn 1, lay your door on turn 3, on turn 4, activate this, unlock the 7 cost side of the door, and it's just game on. This is going to be very popular and limited. Aside from that, though, not really sure. Also, the ability to get a land is also just the bomb, just mana fixing. Next, we have Rip Spawn Hunter, white, green, and 2 for a 4/4. Great rate. At the beginning of your second main phase, it has survival. If it's tapped, reveal X cards from your library where X is its power. So you're looking at 4 to start with. Put any number of creature and or vehicle cards with different powers from among them into your hand. Put the rest in the bottom of your library. This is a all-star for limited. 4 mana, 4/4 is great. It does let you fetch creatures. Also amazing. Don't know how good it's going to be in standard because this is good, but I don't know how good. But definitely will be a card you might see pop up in Commander. Next, we have Ghostly Dancers. 2 white and 3 for a 2/5 flyer. Whenever it enters, return an enchantment card from your graveyard to your hand, or unlock a locked door of a room you control. Again, talked about this earlier. That makes this card amazing. Also, it has Eerie whenever an enchantment you control enters or whenever you fully unlock a room. Create a 3/1 spirit creature token with flying. So, if you've got a room in play and you play this, you're going to get a 2/5 flyer. You're going to unlock a room and get another 3/1 flyer. This is going to be the bomb in limited. And probably good enough for standard if you get this combo off. Because the amount of things it can do for you is going to be insane. But that's probably as far as it's going to go. Unless Commander has a door deck. Next, we have the Unidentified Hovership. I love this. 2 white and 1 for a 2/2 flying. Whenever it enters, exile up to 1 target creature with toughness 5 or less. That's an abduction. I get it. Whenever the Hovership leaves the battlefield, exile the exiled card's owner manifests dread. So, again, Apparition, we talked about it. Same cost, same power. It crews for 1, does the same thing. Manifest Dread could get them a better creature, but maybe not. This seems really good in limited and in standard. And let's not mention the fact that, along with the other white removal spell, this may be a whole white deck of just removing people's stuff. We have Dissection Tools. Interesting, it's next to the Alien Abduction one. Anyway, 5 Colorless. Whenever it enters, you manifest Dread, then attach Dissection Tools to that creature. Equip creature gets +2/+2, has Death Touch and Lifelink. You have to sacrifice a creature to equip it, though. 5 mana to get a 4/4 that has Death Touch and Lifelink. I'm game. Because maybe you put a good creature under here. But me, I'm like, oh, look, there's a land. Let's put that under there, because if it dies, I don't care. Just not one bit. Also, if I want to sacrifice a creature to equip this to something else that is big, I want to sacrifice that face down land. So this is going to see a lot of play in limited. Probably definitely Commander as well, because it just does good things. In standard, I think 5 mana will get you a lot better stuff, though. Next, we have Unnerving Grasp. A blue and 2, return up to 1 target non-land permanent to its owner's hand, manifest Dread. Great for limited, as far as it's going to see play. Probably the best thing about this card, you don't have to bounce anything if you don't have to for 3 mana. You can just manifest Dread, which could be something you need to do to kill your opponent. Next, we have the Living Phone. White and 2 artifact toy. It's a 2/1 for 3. Whenever it dies, look at top 5 cards of your library. Reveal a creature card, power 2 or less from among them. Put it in your hand. Put the rest in the bottom of your library in random order. It's fine for limited. Next, we have the Cackling Slasher. It says Assassin. It looks almost like a clown, and that would be Nightmare Fuel. But anyway, black and 3 for this 3/3 Death Toucher. When it enters with a +1/+1 counter on it, if a creature died this turn. Even without that, 3/3 Death Touching for 4 is amazing. If it's 4/4, it's even better. Limited All-Star, probably as far as it's going to go, though. We have Winter's Intervention. Black and 1 instant. It deals 2 damage to target creature. You gain 2 life. An okay removal spell for limited for black. Next, we have a room. We have the Painter's Studio for a red and 3. When you unlock this door, exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may play them until the end of your next turn. Great card. We also have the Defecated Gallery. Defaced Gallery. Shit that got real. Anyway, bump. Red and 1, whenever you attacking creature you control, get +1/+0 in a turn. Both these sides of this card are amazing. This will probably definitely see limited play, probably even standard. Next, we have the Ripchain Razorkin. Red and 3 for a 5/3 with reach. For 3 mana, sacrifice a land, draw a card. Limited All-Star, but as far as it goes. Next, we have the Beastie Beatdown. Red and green. Target creature you control and target creature an opponent controls. If you have Delirium, which is 4 more card types, put 2 +1/+1 counters on a creature you control. Then the creature you control deals damage equal to its power to the creature an opponent controls. Fine for limited. Might see a little standard play. That can be good if we're in a creature-heavy standard format. All right, new room. We have the Surgical Suite, white and 1. When you unlock this door, return target creature card, mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. That's already the best part of this card, probably. Which makes me want to play it. And then on the flip side, for free, you get the Hospital Room. White and 3, whenever you attack, put a +1/+1 counter on target attacking creature. Oh my god, is that good. I can't believe this is uncommon. This is going to be played heavily in limited. There's going to be 4 of these in every standard deck. I mean, maybe even some commander play, depending on what the deck's doing. This card, as an uncommon, has lots of possibilities. Next, we have Marina Vandrell. So it's WUBRG. It's one of every color, if you guys don't know what that means. She's a 3/5. When she enters, reveal the top 7 cards of your library. Put all enchantment cards revealed this way into your hand. The rest on the bottom in a random order. Tap, open or close target room you control. Activate only as a sorcery. Can you say Commander? Well, we were wondering if there'd be a door deck in Commander, and by God, here she is. This is the Commander for the door deck. Gee, I wonder if they planned it. Still seems really cool. This card is going to be almost impossible to play in limited because it's 5 colors. And to have enough rooms to make it viable. But at least it won't see play in standard. Yeah, this is a commander only card probably. So, still cool. Next we have the Killer's Mask. Black and 2. When it enters, you manifest Dread, then attach the mask to it. Equipped creature has a menace. Equips for 2. I mean, it's fine. Good for limited. Make you a 2/2 for 3. Perfectly fine. You flip it face up. Could get worse. Get menace out of it. Spine card. Next we have the Fear of Exposure. I don't know what to think about that picture. Anyway, green and 2 for a 5/4. As additional cost to cast this spell, tap 2 untapped creatures and or lands you control, 5/4 trample. So basically, it costs 5 for a 5/4 trampler. However, in limited or some standard decks, if people aren't paying attention, this may come out on turn 3. Just going to put it out there, and it's going to be ugly because this thing is going to beat somebody in the face. So I expect this to be good in standard. It's probably going to see... I mean, it's going to be a limited bomb, and I expect it to see this in standard because there's too many ways to get this out, and at worst case scenario is a 5-mana 5/4 trampler, which at the worst is still not bad. But the ability to get this out on turn 3 could be game-wrecking. Next we have Get Out. So... 2 blue, choose 1, counter target creature or enchantment spell, or return up to 1 target creature and or enchantments to their owner's hand. Seems like a good one. Probably going to see a lot of standard play because it counters enchantments and creatures, which seem to be pretty heavy in this deck, or I'm sorry, in this format with this set coming out. In limited, it's going to definitely be a bomb. It's going to be a 2-mana counter spell. Commander's probably going to see some play with this. And worst case scenario... you can use it for protection to pick your own stuff up. I mean, this seems good to me. We're just going to have to wait and see how good. So next we have Miasma Demon. 2 black and 4 for a 5/4 flyer. Whenever it enters, you may discard any number of cards. When you do, up to that many target creature, get -2/-2 at the end of turn. Limited All-Star. Probably won't see much play past that. You can do a lot better for 6 in standard. We also have Exorcism, which we missed from last one. White and 1, exile target artifact, enchantment, or creature, power 4 or greater. This is going to be staple removal in mini decks. Good to limited. Probably will see a little standard play, maybe sideboard action even. Maybe main deck. This will be a one of in every commander deck running white because it kills everything. If it doesn't kill what ails you, well, life just sucks because artifact, enchantment, creature, the only difference is creature's got to have power 4 or greater. I mean, it's a disenchant that can literally kill a creature if you need it to. Yes, it's a sorcery. Don't care. It's that good. So, yeah, grab these foils of Exercise before they get a little expensive. Sorry, I had a intrusive thought went through my head of bunch of people in leotards jumping around. Anyway, don't ask how my brain works. It will just scare you. So, with all that said, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, be kind. And as always, I hope to see you across from the game table. Staying alive. Staying alive. Anyway.